Last game on the cards, Cal at San Diego State. Probably the most popular Twitter pick is Cal over a touchdown. It's come down now. It's basically a 7 flat. I'll double check here. 7, 7, 7, 7. 1, 7.5 that I see. But yeah, 7 everywhere else. It opened 8. The total's gone up a little bit, which makes sense after seeing that Hawaii Cal game just flew. Cal was running really fast. My number might be a little low too because I thought the opener was fine at 59.5, but 61.5 might end up getting to like 63. Um, we'll see. But anyways, I didn't make a play on the total. And the side, I guess I kind of disagree with most people. I understand that a team that was laying like 13 last year at home to San Diego State is now 7-point underdogs. It's like a 20-point swing. It's very rare, but I think you can account for every single point. Um, One, it was early last season after San Diego State, I think, they lost to South Alabama, that team that just keeps beating FBS schools that are power schools, I should say, because now South Alabama is FBS. But and if they didn't beat them, they lost by one. It was really close. San Diego State looked terrible. So then they're going on the road to play Cal. So of course, people had them downgraded. But I San Diego State people I know got my preview. We had them 7-1 to win the Mountain West and bet their season wins over. I liked them a lot. And fortunately, we were right. And I noticed something that South Alabama game and against Cal because they went up 7-0 and then they gave up 35 straight and lost the game by 28. They have this guy named Donnell Pumphrey, one of the best running backs in the entire country. All they do is hand the ball off. They only throw like 15 times a game anyways. But in these non-conference games last year, they were like trying to see what they had a quarterback because they didn't know who their quarterback was going to be for one, and they didn't know what they could actually do with them. And I think it was actually genius. It worked out perfectly. Once they got the conference play, they just switched back to we're going to hand it to Pumphrey, and now we know where we can take our shots. But against South Alabama and Cal, and it cost them wins potentially. They were just messing around. They wanted to see. They were just throwing all the time. They were trying to see how good the quarterbacks were and what types of throws they can make, what types of reads they were making. They basically used them as scrimmages, and I said it then too. And I was like, I think I still really like my Mountain West Conference bet, but this team looks terrible. I don't know why they don't hand it off to Pumphrey. Even their backup almost rushed for like 1,000 yards. I mean, they just run the ball a lot. So, anyways, jumping to this season, it's the same quarterback now. I mean, they know a lot more. They know where they're at. I don't expect them to experiment in that regard again. Um, so I forgot kind of what. It's too late, and this is the last video I'm doing. Oh, duh, the 20-point swing and point differential. Well, 6 of the points are home field, and maybe 6.5, 7 even. So that immediately that 20-point differentials to 14. Goff, an actual NFL quarterback, maybe, or at least at the time, he was just murdering it for Cal. Is worth like 6 points. He was one of the most valuable players to a power rating in all of college football last year. So boom, there. Now you're at 8. Then there's now that thing I was explaining. I kind of jumped the gun, but just the undervaluing of San Diego State in general in that line, because one, it was early in the season and people were just wrong on them. And you can say that safely now after seeing what they wound up doing at the end of the year. And plus, because they had totally shot themselves in the foot against South Bama, and they were kind of just playing weird style to see what they had. So not only do you have a few points there that they were being undervalued, I think I remember betting San Diego State in that game last year, which lost because I didn't know they were going to be effing around the entire time. But my power rating said it should have been more like 7 or so, and then it was like you're getting double digits. So for me, I know like I think it was 5 or 6 of those points on that 20-point differential can be cut because I'm pretty sure my power rating was right about San Diego State. We won a lot of money with them. So now you're saying maybe there's 3 points difference is all that the swing is that isn't accounted for. And I can tell you that San Diego State is probably even a little bit better than they were at the beginning of last season because they've had a lot of experience. They've won a Mountain West Conference championship. They crushed Cincinnati in a bowl game. Now they're at home. Obviously, we accounted for home field already. And you have a Hawaii team that isn't as good in general. A lot of new receivers that are being implemented, along with the new quarterback who transferred from Texas Tech, Davis Webb. And so those other 2 or 3 points I think are accounted for just in the fact that Cal's a little worse other than Goff, and that San Diego State's a little better than they were at the beginning of last season. So I think the line's actually right. It's probably a little bit high. It should be right under a touchdown. I think I have it 6.5. And the fact that Cal's so popular kind of makes me feel like I should be laying it. Maybe I'll use it like for a late night action because it's the very last game of the night. Play some San Diego State Aztec money line with something like San Diego State. What's another one that TCU moneyline parlay. Probably was like minus 110. Although you can probably wait because everyone's betting Cal and get a better price Saturday. But no, that's incorrect because TCU is going to go up. TCU is like 7 or 7.5 right now. That's not going to be the case. So I would do that now if you're watching the video Friday morning. Don't wait till Saturday. That was bad advice because the amount that Cal will maybe come down or San Diego State will maybe come down. TCU is going up to like 9.5, 10 in my opinion. So don't do that. I just had to think that through for a second. This video is too long. Hopefully you actually listen to the entire thing and to the entire week of games. They will all be up when you're waking up Friday while you're at work and you just want college football. Even though the slate sucks, it's still college football. Be happy. Enjoy your weekend. Talk to you later.